Hello everyone, and in this video I will be showing you how to create your own class, add students, change the students' passwords, and creating a studio in Scratch. To begin, go ahead and look at the top right of your screen and you should see your username. Once you click on your username, a menu should pop down. And once you see the menu, go ahead and click on My Classes. Once you click on My Classes, you will then be able to create a new class on this page. Go ahead and look at the top right. There should be a New Class button. Once you press that button, it'll indicate that you have to create a class name as well as a class description. For this video, we're just going to call it Sample Class and provide a description of Sample Class for Teachers. Once you guys are satisfied with your class name and your class description, go ahead and press the purple Add Class button. Once you have successfully created your class, you will now see tabs that says Students, Studios, and Activity. Let's check out the Students tab. Once you press the Student tabs, you'll see 3 ways to add students. The first way is to add students individually. This will create an account for them as well as set the password to your username. The second option is to create a sign-up link. This is by far the most efficient way to get students in here. The last option will not be covered, but it is a CSV upload. If you want to learn how to do a CSV upload, go ahead and check the description of this video. We also have a video for that as well. First, I'm going to cover the sign-up link because I do think that this is the best way. Go ahead and click on the button. Once you have clicked on the button, go ahead and agree with this statement right here telling students to not use their real names, which is a good idea in general. Once you have done that, click on the purple button right here that says Get Link. Now, as you can see, a link has been generated. Now, before you leave, make sure you copy this. On Windows, it's Control-C, and on Mac, I believe that is Command-C. Go ahead and make sure you copy the link. Once you have copied the link, the next step is to provide this link to your students. Some ways you can do that is that you can email your students, you can post it on Google Classroom, or whatever you guys may use to communicate with your students. Now, I will be showing you what the students will see once they access this link, utilizing an incognito tab. Once your student either types the link or clicks the link, they'll see this page. It should have your teacher's name, as well as the class name. Go ahead and have them press the Get Started button. Once they press that, they have to create a username as well as a password. Careful, they're going to have to remember this password, but in case something goes wrong, I'll show you how to change their password later. For now, we're going to call this Sample Student 4452, and hopefully it's not taken. And we're going to create a password. Next, your students will have to put their birth month, birth year, gender, as well as the country. As you can see, our country is already autofilled, but let's go ahead and say that we are from 2003, and I am a male. Once they're done with that, they should be ready to go into your class. And just like that, your student is now created and is in the class. So now once your students press the Go to Class button, they'll be able to see the name, the description, and the activity. Great, now that we're done with the students, let's return back to the teacher's point of view. As you can see, we're back at our page right here. If we refresh the page, we will be able to see that one student has joined, which is Sample Student. And as you can see, it's right here. The second method to add a student is to do it individually. This is a little bit less efficient because you have to create one for every single student, but I'll show you. This could come in handy if a student gets added in your class last minute and you only need to make one student. Go ahead and click on the button. Select what class you want it to go into. For example, we have Sample Class. Next, we're going to have to create a username for them. For this example, we're going to call this PetterHunter22. Usernames must not reveal anything, and their password will be your teacher's name. So for this example, it is Impact Connector because that is my name. Let's add the student. And as you can see, our page reloaded, and there is Petter Hunter, which is now a student. Next, let's cover how to change your password. To change their passwords, you want to go ahead and go into your class and keep staying on the Student tab. Go ahead and click on Account Settings. And from here, you have two methods to change the password. You can either prompt the student to change their own password or manually change it. I would prefer doing the manually change option because you're able to do it directly rather than relying on other forces. This is more reliable in my opinion, and let's just cover this one. Go ahead and click on manually change and you should see this page. Sometimes Scratch will glitch and the password might not even work anymore. If you're ever having password issues, no worries. You can always change it from here. You can either put their old password or a new password. Just make sure it's hard to figure out. For this example, I will just be putting a complex password. Once you are satisfied with your password, go ahead and click on the button, and as you can see, we have officially saved it. Next, we'll be going over how to make studios. Go ahead and click on the Studios tab in your class. And as you can see, you can create a studio by clicking on the button that says New Class Studio. Go ahead and click on it. Next, you'll see this page where they ask you to give a name and a studio description. For this example, we'll just do adding sprites, and our description will be a place where students can put their sprite project. Once you're satisfied with your name and description, go ahead and click on the purple Add to Class Studio. And just like that, the studio has been created. And as you can see, there are two people in here, which is our students. Students are automatically added, which is amazing, very convenient. So now the students can put their projects here without any hassle. Let's create another studio. Go ahead and click on the button, which is now located at the top right. We're going to call this one Loop Space. And our description will be Looping Projects. Click Add to Class Studio. An error seems to have occurred. Let's just try again. Sometimes bugs happen, you gotta try again. And then there you go. Just like that, you now know how to create studios, add students, change their passwords, and create your own class. If you have any questions, do not hesitate and ask one of the staff at the Digital Learning Lab. And have a good day, everyone.